What if I told you the real reason your skin keeps looking older has nothing to do with your age? You might still be moisturizing, avoiding the sun, even using expensive creams, but your skin feels thinner, drier, and tired looking no matter what. And that glow you used to see in the mirror, it's quietly slipping away. In this video, I'll show you a simple 2-ingredient remedy that helped a woman in her 80s reverse deep wrinkles without surgery pills or pricey products. It's natural, affordable, and you can start using it tonight. But don't wait. Every day you delay might be letting damage go deeper. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're watching from and what time is it right now. Drop a quick comment below. Even a word like hope means so much. And if this feels helpful, already hit subscribe so you won't miss the next tip. Now let's take a look in the mirror and start changing what we see. You ever notice how your skin just doesn't bounce back the way it used to? It's not just in your imagination. One morning you look in the mirror and your cheeks look flatter. The glow around your eyes seems to have faded. You press your fingers gently into your skin and it feels thinner, more delicate, like it might tear if you rub too hard. I remember talking to Mr. Ray from South Carolina, 78 years old, always sharp and cheerful. One day he told me, I still feel young inside, but when I look at my hands, I don't recognize them. They look like they belong to someone else. That hit me, because it's not just about vanity, it's about feeling connected to who we are. As we get older, something quiet happens under the surface of our skin. Starting around 60, our skin begins to lose a protein called collagen. That's what keeps it firm, stretchy, and full-looking. According to the Mayo Clinic, we lose up to 20–40% of that support structure as we age. It's like a mattress that's lost its springs. The surface starts to sag, no matter how good the fabric still looks. And it's not just collagen. The oil glands that once kept your skin moist and protected, they slow down too. By 70, they can be producing 50% less oil. Without that natural moisture barrier, the skin dries out faster, which leads to tiny cracks, irritation, and deeper-looking wrinkles. Now add to that another little-known fact: your skin's natural cycle of renewal slows down too. When you were younger, your skin used to shed and renew itself every 28 days. But after 60, that cycle stretches to 45. Even 60 days. That means layers of old dead skin stay longer than they should, blocking moisture and nutrients from getting where they're needed. It's no wonder you feel like your favorite cream just sits there. It probably is. But here's the good news: your skin isn't broken. It's just a little tired. And like anyone who's tired, it responds best to care that's simple, gentle, and consistent. One easy thing you can do: start by gently exfoliating, not with harsh scrubs, but with something soft like a baking soda paste. Just once or twice a week. That helps clear the old skin and let your moisturizer actually do its job. Then follow with a rich, natural oil like cold-pressed castor oil to lock in the moisture your skin is begging for. This isn't about chasing youth. It's about comfort. It's about looking in the mirror and seeing someone who feels like you. So tonight, when you wash your face, take an extra moment. Pat it dry gently. Feel the warmth of your skin. It's still listening. It's still capable of healing. And if that gives you a little bit of hope, even just a spark, let me know in the comments below. Just type the word hope. I read every one of them. Because sometimes all it takes is one small change and a little faith in yourself to start feeling at home in your skin again. Now let's move on to something most people forget when caring for aging skin, and it might be sitting right on the back of your hands. The second thing I want to share with you might just be sitting quietly in your kitchen or bathroom cabinet right now. Most folks over 65 think that if a cream isn't expensive, it can't be effective. But here's the truth. Some of the best things for aging skin aren't found on the shelves of fancy stores. They're found in humble bottles with no ads or fancy packaging. Let me tell you about castor oil and baking soda. Just two simple things, but together they can help soften wrinkles, restore moisture, and bring back that healthy glow many of us miss seeing in the mirror. I remember my friend Joanne from Iowa 76, sweet as pie. She used to spend over $100 a month on serum she saw on TV. One day she called me and said, "Honey, I've tried it all. My cheeks still feel like parchment paper." That's when I told her about castor oil. She laughed at first. "You mean that thick stuff Grandma used to use?" But she gave it a try, and within a couple of weeks she noticed the difference. Not overnight magic, but a steady, quiet return of softness, especially around her eyes and jawline. Her daughter even asked if she'd had work done. So what makes castor oil so special? First, it's packed with something called ricinoleic acid. That's a fancy name, I know, but think of it like a deep drink of water for your skin. It doesn't just sit on top like most lotions. It actually seeps into the deeper layers where your skin builds collagen and holds onto moisture. That's why it feels thicker when you first put it on. It's doing the hard work underneath. Now pair that with a little baking soda, and I do mean a little, and you've got a gentle way to clear out the dead skin that builds up as we age. You see, after 60, our skin doesn't shed like it used to. The old layers stay on longer, making your face feel dull, rough, and harder to moisturize. Imagine trying to water a flower pot with a plastic lid on it. The water just sits there, right? Same thing with dead skin. Your creams can't do their job if they can't get through. Baking soda has just the right texture, soft, smooth, not scratchy, to help remove that lid without irritating older skin. And here's a neat thing. It temporarily shifts your skin's pH, making it more welcoming to whatever you apply after. Like opening a little window so the castor oil can go to work. Now don't worry, this isn't complicated. Just mix a small amount of baking soda with a teaspoon of cold-pressed castor oil until it feels creamy. Gently apply it to clean skin, avoid the eyes of course, and let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. Then rinse with cool water and pat dry. On other nights, just use a little castor oil alone before bed. Doesn't cost much, doesn't take long, but it reminds your skin how to breathe again. And the best part, it's not just about looks. When your skin feels cared for, soft, strong, and soothed, you feel cared for too. You feel more like yourself. So tell me, have you ever tried castor oil before? Or is this your first time hearing about it? Drop a quick comment below, even just a hope, and let me know. Now in the next part, we'll talk about one area most people forget to treat, but it's often the first to give away your age. Stay with me. Now let's talk about the part everyone's waiting for, how to actually use these two little ingredients the right way. I know what you might be thinking. I've tried so many cream serums, masks. What makes this any different? And you're right to be cautious. When you've lived through decades of promises in tiny jars, it's hard to believe that something as simple as castor oil and baking soda could do anything at all. But let me tell you something that might make you smile. A couple of months ago, I visited my Aunt Betty in Michigan. She's 80, stubborn as ever, and proud of her skincare drawer full of jars that cost more than her blender. But she looked at me one night and said, "Honey, I'm done wasting money. My skin still looks tired." That's when I shared the castor oil trick with her. She raised an eyebrow. "That thick stuff we used in the 70s, I nodded. "Just try it for 2 weeks," I told her. "Give your skin a chance to breathe again." So here's exactly what I showed her. Take 1 teaspoon of cold-pressed castor oil, the kind that's thick and golden, not watered down, and mix in a 1/4 teaspoon of plain baking soda. Stir it until it forms a soft, creamy paste. Not too runny, not gritty. It should feel like a thick lotion between your fingers. Now wash your face gently using lukewarm water. Pat it dry with a soft towel, never rub. Then using your fingertips, apply the paste to your face in soft circular motions. Be kind to your skin. It's been through a lot. Avoid the skin right around your eyes. That area is too delicate for even mild exfoliants. But do focus on your cheeks, jawline, forehead, the places where you feel the dryness or lines the most. Once it's on, let it sit for 15 minutes. Don't rush. Just sit, maybe with a book or soft music playing, and let the mixture do its quiet work. The baking soda gently lifts old skin cells while the castor oil begins sinking in, softening the skin beneath. When the time's up, rinse it all off with cool water, not hot. That helps close the pores and soothe the surface. Then while your skin is still a little damp, take a few drops of castor oil and gently press it into your skin. That final step is the secret. When your skin is damp, it absorbs moisture better, and the oil creates a soft seal holding that hydration in while you sleep. You don't need to do this every day. Just once or twice a week is enough. On the other nights, all you need is a few drops of castor oil alone, applied the same way right before bed. Now I know some folks worry that oil will clog their skin or feel heavy, but castor oil is special. According to Healthline and Dermatology Times, it has anti-inflammatory and antibacterial properties, which means it actually helps calm irritated skin, not clog it. And unlike lotions filled with perfumes and preservatives, this is just oil. Simple, gentle, honest. If you skip this routine, what happens? Well, your skin keeps carrying those layers of dead cells blocking moisture, feeling tight and dull. And over time, that can lead to deeper wrinkles, rough patches, and that tired gray look we all try to avoid. But with a little patience and 5 minutes of kindness each night, you give your skin a second chance. So tonight, maybe set that expensive cream aside. Try something humble, something healing. And if you've used castor oil before, or if this will be your very first time, I'd love to hear. Leave me a comment with the word hope, just that, because sometimes that's exactly where healing begins. Coming up next, I'll show you the 3 areas most people forget to treat and why they matter more than you think. Stay with me. The 4th thing I want to share with you today might surprise you. Most people, when they think about skincare, focus only on the face, the cheeks, the forehead, maybe the chin. But as we grow older, the places we forget to care for are often the first to show our age. I'm talking about the neck, the hands, and the skin around the eyes. Now, I once had a long talk with Mr. Paul from Arizona, 72 years old, tall and soft-spoken. He told me something I've never forgotten. He said, "My face still looks decent, but my neck makes me look 10 years older." And he wasn't wrong. The skin on our neck is thinner than we think, and it's exposed all day to sun-wind movement, even gravity. Most of us never learned how to care for it. We forget to moisturize it. We never protect it with sunscreen. And when we apply creams or oils, we rub downward, which over time actually encourages sagging. It's a habit we picked up without realizing. If we don't change that, the skin around the neck starts to fold, crease, and lose its strength. It becomes what some folks call turkey neck, and once it sets in, it's hard to reverse. So here's what I tell everyone I love. When you apply your castor oil or any moisturizer, include your neck, and always massage upward. Think of it like giving your skin a little lift with your hands. Just a minute or 2 each night can make a big difference over time. Now let's talk about the hands. Our hands tell the truth. They're always exposed, always moving, always washing. And with every wash, we strip away oils our skin needs. According to the Cleveland Clinic, frequent hand washing can lead to long-term thinning of the skin and visible veins and spots. I remember Miss Helen from Georgia 79 always had a book in one hand and a teacup in the other. She used the baking soda and castor oil mix on her face and loved it. One day she said, "I just wish my hands didn't look so old." I asked her, "Have you ever tried that same mix on your hands?" She hadn't. So she started, left it on 5 minutes longer than usual, then followed up with a deep moisturizing balm, especially around the knuckles and wrists. Within a month, she called and said, "My granddaughter held my hand and said, 'Grandma, your skin feels soft.' That meant more to me than any cream ever could. So don't forget the hands. They deserve that same gentle care." Now for the trickiest part, the skin around the eyes. It's the thinnest skin on your whole body, just 1/3 the thickness of your cheek. That's why fine lines, puffiness, and dark shadows show up there first. You don't need to scrub or stretch this area. In fact, please don't. If you're using the castor oil and baking soda blend, tweak the formula. Use less baking soda and more oil, just enough to make a soft, soothing cream. Then dab it gently under and around the eyes with your ring finger, the one with the lightest touch. No pressure, just kindness. These small changes may seem simple, but they add up. When you care for the spots you've forgotten, you reconnect with the parts of yourself you didn't even realize you were neglecting. And that's what this journey is really about. So if you're still listening, I'd love to know which of these three areas do you feel needs the most attention right now? Neck, hands, or eyes? Drop the word hope in the comments if you're ready to care for all three. Next, I'll walk you through the perfect nighttime window for letting your skin heal and why it matters more than you think. Stay close. The fifth tip is something most people never think about. We spend so much time worrying about what we put on our skin, but we often forget about when we do it. And believe it or not, the timing matters more than you think, especially after age 60. See, your skin doesn't heal best during the day. It does its real repair work while you sleep. According to the National Sleep Foundation, your body naturally boosts collagen production and blood flow between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. That's your skin's golden window. It's like night shift for your body while your mind is resting. Your skin is working overtime to rebuild, hydrate, and restore itself. I remember my friend Joyce, she's 68 and sharp as a tack. She used to say, I spend all morning putting on creams and serums, but nothing seems to work anymore. I asked her one question: do you ever apply anything before bed? She blinked and said, no, I thought it would rub off on my pillow. But that night she gave it a try. Just a few drops of castor oil gently massaged in about 30 minutes before bedtime. And within 2 weeks, she told me her skin felt softer, less crepey, less dry. It wasn't magic, it was just timing. When you apply nourishing oil before sleep, especially in that hour between 9:30 and 10:30 p.m., you give your skin a head start. It absorbs deeper, stays longer, and supports the healing your body's already trying to do. Missing that window is like watering your plants in the middle of the day. It evaporates too fast to do much good. If we don't take advantage of that nighttime rhythm, our skin continues to struggle. Dryness becomes more stubborn. Fine lines get deeper, and we blame the products, not the timing. But it's not your fault. No one ever told us skin has a schedule. So here's what I do now, and maybe you'll try it too. Around 9:30 p.m., after brushing my teeth and washing my face, I take a little castor oil, just a fingertip, and warm it between my palms. Then I press it gently into my cheeks, my forehead, and around my mouth. Not too much, just enough to feel comforted. Then I turn off the lights and let my skin do what it was made to do. It's simple, it's gentle, and it's yours to try tonight. What about you? Have you ever noticed a difference between morning and nighttime routines? Leave a comment with the word nourish if you're ready to give your skin its nighttime chance. Coming up next, we'll talk about one thing most seniors forget that could be aging them without them even knowing. Stay close. The last habit is deeper than just skincare. It's about how you see yourself. Most people think putting on lotion or oil is just for beauty, but for many seniors, it's something more personal. It's not about looking younger, it's about reminding yourself that you matter. I remember my Uncle Ray, 75 years old, living alone in Ohio. After his wife passed, he stopped shaving and gave up his nightly routine. "Who's going to see me anyway?" he used to say. But one night he told me he started rubbing lotion on his hands before bed, not because of vanity, but because it felt right. He said it made him feel more human again, more in control, and that's something real. According to Psychology Today, older adults who maintain small personal care habits, like washing their face or moisturizing, report lower rates of depression and anxiety. These little acts send a message to your brain: I'm still here. I'm still worth caring for. If we skip those moments, it's easy to feel invisible, not just to others, but to ourselves. And over time, that can wear you down emotionally. But when you take 2 minutes to care for your skin, your hands, your face, even your neck, you're telling yourself, I still belong in this body. And here's the good news. Taking care of your skin doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. It starts with small choices each day. Drink enough water, about 1.5 to 2 quarts a day. Stay away from sugary sodas and go for filtered water with lemon or cucumber. Eat more collagen-boosting foods like salmon egg whites and even bone broth. Harvard Health Publishing also says vitamin C and zinc help your body produce collagen naturally. You can find those in oranges, bell peppers, or a simple multivitamin. But even more than what goes in your body, what you do matters. Just the act of gently rubbing oil into your skin before sleep or wiping your face with a warm cloth in the morning gives you that moment of peace, a little rhythm, a small ritual. You're not doing it for anyone else. You're doing it for you. So tonight, when the house is quiet and the lights are low, give yourself 2 minutes, just 2. Breathe, moisturize, and remind yourself that even now, especially now, you're worth the care. If that idea speaks to you, drop the word "still me" in the comments. Because no matter your age, no matter the wrinkles, you're still you, and you deserve to feel good in your own skin. And next, we'll talk about a surprising reason why some seniors feel cold all the time, even when the room is warm. Stay with me. Before we go, I just want to gently remind you of what we shared today. Taking care of your skin isn't just about appearance. It's a quiet way of telling yourself, I still matter. I'm still here. Those small acts of care can bring a sense of peace, control, and even joy. If anything we talked about today touched your heart, I'd love for you to leave a comment below. Maybe share what stood out to you, or simply type the word "hope," because that's really what this is all about. And if you found this video helpful, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel. Tap that little bell so you don't miss our next cozy conversation. And please share this with a friend, a sister, or someone who could use a little comfort today. Until next time, may your evening be gentle, your sleep be deep, and may you always feel worthy of care inside and out.